excited. Man, our first screening is film debris. Like,
I don't know. I'm kind of nervous.
What does one do to celebrate this milestone?
Shake that.
Alright everybody, this is Temple, it's Film Debris. Today we're doing a little top movie musicals. And the first movie musical I want to talk about is Team America World Police. I'm so ronery, and it's because when I watch this, I am all alone. I don't know. It's a very good movie, it's very funny, but some of the best things about it is the songs, and you know, Matt and Trey, they created South Park, and one of the things that they love to do is make songs and like make musicals. They did the South Park musical, and before that they did some musical stuff in their earlier days, and even on the show. Team America World Police, you know, some of the songs are so funny. The Pearl Harbor Sucks, Only a Woman, America, F Yeah, or I think it's pronounced differently. But you know, a lot of great songs in this movie, and you know, freedom isn't free, and this movie isn't either. Well, it depends where you go, but very funny. You know, they got the puppets. It's silly in its own right. You know, it's kind of based on the old TV show. I think it was Thunderbird or something. Yeah, but I would definitely recommend watching Team America World Police. Very funny. Yeah, Bucko 5. Freedom cost a Bucko 5.
My pick would be Break-In of 1984. I'm not sure if it really qualifies for this category, but nonetheless it has music. They're not singing, but it's dancing, and they're doing like this pop locking, and there's just this one scene where one of the guys goes out to go sweep, and he's going from sweeping to doing all these dance moves, and you can hear the music coming out of nowhere, and you're like, what the heck? And then he's just like floating the broom, and it's just it's corny now that I look at it, but at the time when I first seen it, I was just enjoying it. It was just really cool, like how they did all these breakdancing moves, and I was all into breakdancing at the time, but it was really cool. Break-In, check it out.
And my number 3 movie would be South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. I mean, this movie came out in like 1999, and who doesn't love South Park? South Park is basically a show about these little kids who do all sorts of crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, the show is pretty censored to be on TV, but not censored so much, but I'd be surprised if you guys hear any of this information, as it might be censored. I mean, they have Unker, they have cow, they have what else? The in there, and and he's Saddam. I mean, there's the little and they're doing all sorts of that, and it's just funny. It's like a funny cartoon movie that is actually some good songs in there. I mean, Chef, who the voice was Isaac Hayes. So you hear Isaac Hayes, and the movie was created by Matt Stone and Trey Parker, and it had to be my number 3 pick as far as musicals go, because South Park kicks ass. More musical ass than anything else, but there was an ass that was kicked, and that was it.
And the next movie I'm going to talk about is A Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz, the 1939 version. Starring Judy Garland and Frank Morgan, Ray Bolger. You know, all of them. You know them. All you kiddies out there with all your Judy Garlands. Directed by Victor Fleming, 1939. Wizard of Oz, one of the original great musicals from way back, MGM Studios. There's a lot of memorable things in it, not only musically, but visually, and the way they set up how it was started in black and white, and then the moment she steps into Oz, it turns into color, and you know, the music starts up like that. And of course, you know, going down the yellow brick road, you got all the things with the munchkins and the witches and the ruby slippers from this movie. It's really great, very memorable movie. It's a little long. You're gonna sit through it, and you're gonna love it. Wizard of Oz is a really great movie, and if you're going to get Wizard of Oz, you should probably pick up Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. You know, just figure that out yourself. Use the ye old internets to figure out that. Wizard of Oz, great musical, my number 2.
My next pick would have to be Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That just brings back so many memories of being in school, and I remember watching it for the first time and just like first thinking like, what is this all about? And oh, it's a chocolate factory, and then you get all into it, and then they have all these songs going with it with the Oompa Loompas and whatnot. But it was just it just brings me back to my memories. I just love how they did like the different effects when they're like really small and going in a big room, and then they switch it and everything. I wanted to be Charlie at one point, and like, oh, I wish I could get the golden ticket. And it was just a really good movie. I enjoyed it. Not so much the remake with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, but nonetheless, I still liked it. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
And my number 2 pick would be a 2000 flick called Across the Universe. Across the Universe, it had to make my list because I'm a Beatles fan. I can't say I love every single Beatles song, but most of the songs that were in this movie were my personal favorite. I mean, Across the Universe, Come Together, Dear Prudence, Hey Jude. Jude was the main character in the movie, basically, played by Jim Sturgis. And the main chick, she was Evan Rachel Wood. So, I mean, I had to pick this movie. I mean, as you see in the clips, there's like political struggles, friendship struggles, there's love, there's battles. And, I mean, full-on gunfire. I mean, this is the war. So, number 2 pick, Across the Universe, basically for the Beatles. That would be my number 2 pick.
Alright, and the number 1 musical I'm going to talk about is Singin' in the Rain. Singin' in the Rain is definitely one of the best musicals ever made, and if you've seen it, maybe you would agree, because, you know, it's just light and fun, and the songs are really great, from, you know, Make 'Em Laugh, to the classic, you know, Singin' in the Rain. Everybody knows Gene Kelly on the light pole with his umbrella, but he's dancing around, and he's singing in the rain, and he's so careless and fancy-free, or whatever the word is. It doesn't matter if he's in the rain, because he's just so happy and things are going so right at the moment. It has some very iconic things in it where it has that character that has that really high voice, the annoying voice. I think, you know, the Simpsons took that character's voice too and used it in their thing. And you know, they have a lot of songs. They have the Moses supposes his toes or roses. There's a lot of iconic songs. It's easily one of the best musicals ever made. You should definitely go watch it. Check it out. It's fun for the family and fun for everyone. And it's just good movie, good old cinema. Definitely, easily, Singing in the Rain, number 1.
My number 1 pick for musicals would be The Lion King. Yes, it's a musical. There's just song after song. They even have a sing-along of just the Lion King songs, and I'm pretty sure all of you guys can just sing along to those songs as well. Can't Wait to Be King, Hakuna Matata. They're just classic songs for a classic movie. It just brings me back to all my childhood memories and me watching it growing up. I still like that movie. I just bought the disc package deal or whatever when it came out of the vault for Disney. Classic movie. Great job on the soundtrack. Loved it. Lion King.
And my number 1 pick of all time would have to be Tenacious D in The Pick of Destiny. I picked this movie, okay, I admit, it's kind of a biased pick. I naturally like Tenacious D and most of their music. I mean, back in the day, I had a lot of their songs on my iPod. I mean, Kickapoo, The Government Totally Sucks, a lot of classics that they have. First of all, Jack Black, he is probably one of my most favorite comedic rock stars. And then these guys actually make music, and they're so confident in their music, and it comes through, especially in this movie. It was a 2006 movie. It's basically based about these two guys, or it shows like how Kyle and JB, how they met each other, Jack Black being JB, how they met each other and they started the band. They want to get famous, and the way they think they're going to get famous, it's by this little green pig, which is supposedly made out of the devil's horns or something like that, but it's magical. And they go on this quest to find the Pick of Destiny, because they look through all their old rock magazines, and all of the guitarists have that pick. So they go on this crazy adventure to find this pick, and once they find it, they just blow minds. Eargasms is what they're giving, and we all receive it. Every time I heard this song, it was just like, yet once again, mind blown, ears are creamed, a little in the jeans. Number 1 pick. Pick a destiny. Thank you.
Alright, so that was Film Debris' top musical movies. Let us know what you think. Did we forget some musicals? I know that there's some that I was thinking of that I didn't get to say. Maybe I'll have to do it again and do a new episode where I'll talk about those musicals. But if there's any you can think of that we forgot about, put them in the comments. If you hate musicals, let us know. Put it in the comments. Maybe we'll never talk about music again, but maybe we will. Come on. Let us know. Subscribe. Find us on Twitter at Film Debris. And subscribe to the page. Alright, see you next time. Thank you.
I got chills, they're multiplying.